Many thanks for joining us, and now the news in detail. The Gambian leader, His Excellency Adama Barrow, had another very busy day on Wednesday as he visited various infrastructure project sites in urban and pre-urban Gambia. Accompanied by cabinet ministers and other senior officials of his government, President Adama Barrow visited the Faraba Banta campus of the UTG, the Banjul Shipyard, and other intervention sites. Haddy Jarju covered the president's visit, and she now reports.
Accompanied by a high-level delegation, the Gambian leader began his visit at the Faraba Bantang campus of the University of the Gambia to gather ground truths about the implementation of Phase 2 of the construction of the Chancery Building, School of Agriculture and the Environmental Science and the Law Faculty. The president engaged with the consultants, contractors and engineers on the level of works. Here the contractor brings the president up to speed with the state of implementation.
In season when the soil is saturated of water, we cannot do earthwork, and that's what makes the delay. So the significant progress that was done here was effectively starting September after the rainy season. So what we can see here is almost the production for 4 months only. This is the first problem. The second problem, that this building is financed by Badea. For this lot, we had a learned lesson from this campus project. The lot 1 was financed by 5 co-financiers, and there was it was a combined financing. Coordination was difficult. Yes, coordination was very difficult. So,
however, the Gambian leader was not impressed with what he heard and saw about Lot 2 of the project, noting that it was behind schedule, as it's supposed to be part of the infrastructure projects that were lined up to be inaugurated during the celebrations of the Gambia's 60 years of nationhood in February.
To be honest, when I was in my office, there was something in my head. There was a picture. Definitely that picture is not on the ground, because of the target time that we have for these projects. The projects is way behind schedule because we targeted this project to be part of our independence celebration. It is far behind behind schedule, but we have discussed with the contractor and the consultant. They will give us a realistic, revised work plan, and we will receive this on Friday. We will discuss with them to see what will be the realistic time that we can complete this project.
However, some aspects of the works have apparently impressed the president, such as the progress so far made in the construction of the School of Agriculture and Law, which is now 90% complete. If completed, this will be the first time the Faculty of Agriculture will have a laboratory for practical fieldwork, and the Law Faculty will have a mock court for students to hone their skills. Meanwhile, the president made a stop over at Hyder Industrial Zone, owned by a renowned Gambian businessman, whose aim is to complement government's efforts in mitigating unemployment. This 300-stall plaza connects buyers and dealers of spare parts, motorbikes and vehicles. The president and entourage also visited the construction site of the office of President Barrow, and entourage also visited the construction site of the office building of the Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources, which will consist of 94 offices. The building, which is expected to be handed over to the ministry in March 2025, is part of government's strategy to create 150,000 jobs for youths by 2027. The president's last stop was at the Banjul Shipyard, where the Kanilai ferry is under rehabilitation. The general manager of the Banjul Shipyard, Bubanjai, explained to the presidential delegation the progress of the ongoing works on the Kanilai ferry.
Front and the back metal were all damaged, to the extent that it was taking water over a very long period of time. This caused the corrosion in the internal beams of the ferry at the front, the main beams at the midship, and also the main beams and plates at the rear. So we did a total overhaul of the entire front, and fabricated with the use of brand new marine metal beams and marine plates, and did the fabrication and welding. And that's what you have seen today. So,
His Excellency President Barrow expressed satisfaction in the level of progress made on the ferry, saying it stayed out of operations for a long time.
It was not docked since 2018, so it was overdue, and the ferry was damaged. The damage needed a lot of work. You know, the technician was explaining. Basically, it's almost 80-something to 90% of the ferry is replaced. So it was a lot of work that needed to be done. But we are very happy with the level of the work, with the quality of the work. And also, we are encouraged when we came on site that already the machines have arrived. And I think that is very important, because when they briefed me the last time, it was like they are shipping the machines, but the machines are now on site. They said within 6 weeks, they can fix the machine by the end of March.
These projects highlights government's commitment to providing adequate infrastructure for the Gambian populace. For Star TV, I am Haddy Jarju.